chance, it's Idaho Dub with another NCAA Dynasty video. And this video is actually pretty on point because the Beavs play the Utah Utes tomorrow night, Thursday night, at Reser Stadium. I was actually thinking of going to the game, but now I'm not going to. Should be a good game though, man. Utah's actually pretty good this year. Beavs only lost once, and Beavs have only lost once in this Dynasty series as well. That was to USC, ranked number 8th in the country. They're not ranked in real life, though. Utah's 20th, though. I think they're 20th. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. The big matchup this weekend is my Portland State Vikings at home taking on Northern Arizona. I was actually thinking about going to that game, but the Vikes aren't doing too great this year, which is weird to me, you know. Portland State is right down, for those of you who don't know, it's right downtown in Portland, and it's a beautiful, beautiful campus. And I can't fathom why people don't want to go there. Like other schools inside the Big Sky are good. Like Eastern Washington's really good this year. Montana's been really good. Montana got offered to move up to Division 1A a few years ago. They were going to be in the Mountain West, but still, that's pretty impressive. And I just don't know why they can't get the recruits to come to Portland. Because I'd much rather go to Portland than Everett, Washington, where Eastern Washington's at. So I just can't wrap my head around it, man. Maybe it's our unis are kind of ugly. I don't know, they kind of look cheesy. I'm not the biggest fan. We do the camouflage uniforms a lot. And I get it's probably like a tribute to the troops, and I'm all for that, but like every game we have to wear those camouflage jerseys, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Anyways, that's my rant on Portland State. I have this dream of just making a ton of money, like being a billionaire and just becoming this huge booster like Phil Knight and making Portland State a powerhouse in football. That's one of many dreams. But that's what I would do. Like, you know, after I did a whole bunch of other cool stuff once I became rich, I would become a booster at Portland State and just make them this powerhouse. It would be sweet. Anyways, leaving fantasy land, how about the Kansas City Royals tonight? Going to the World Series. Wait, did I say leaving Fantasyland? Who would have thunk it? It's been an odd year for sports, man. It's been an odd year for sports. I mean, the Cowboys look like they're going to be pretty good. I mean, they're 5-1, so maybe they're not just pretending. That's weird because I thought they were going to suck. The Royals going to the World Series. Idaho Dub's going to be in a fantasy basketball league at the end of 1-0. Look at this exciting game. All knotted up at O's. I like it. But yes, you heard that correctly. Idaho Dub. I'm not the biggest basketball guy, but I'm going to be joining a fantasy basketball league this year. One of my buddies started it, and mainly because him and I are in the same fantasy football league, and we're not doing too well. I am 2-4. My starting running backs this weekend are Jeremy Hill. That's my number one back. If you don't know who that is, he's the backup in Cincinnati. He's actually a stud, and he's been getting some carries. Then Bernard Pierce, who's the backup in Baltimore. And then it's a toss-up for my flex. I'm either going to throw in a running back who will be Storm Johnson. Oh, you don't know who that is? Yeah, he runs the ball for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yes. I have a Jacksonville Jaguars running back. Ooh, B. Cooks. I need to get B. Cooks on my team. Actually, he hasn't been having that great of a year. He's doing all right, but yeah, I have Storm Johnson, a Jacksonville running back, not named MJD. That's like the only running back that, I mean, obviously he's not there now. That's like the only running back that anybody would ever want on their team. So yeah, it's a toss-up between him or Brian Quick, the wide receiver for St. Louis. My team's just decimated, dude. Every year, it doesn't matter who I draft, they get injured. I do have Dez on my team, but AJ Green, he's got like a foot problem. Like, what? Just sucks, man. So I'm going to get into fantasy basketball. Be hooping it up a bit, you know? Chop it up, talk a little NBA sometime with some peeps. I don't know anything about the NBA. I'm not the biggest basketball guy. But it should be fun. It'll be entertaining, man. I'll have to keep you guys posted. All right. 10-0 right now. Utah going to toot it and boot it from a ways out. All right, nice kick, nice kick. That guy should just go pro and kick for the Bengals. Seriously, the Bengals kicker? Who is that? It's not, no. Gano's he's for Panthers, right? I can't remember who it is. Is it Graham? I don't remember his last name. That guy has missed a lot of field goals this year. Kicking is like the weirdest position. It's such a mind game. I could never kick. I was really bad at kicking. Oh, B. Cooks again to the 20. Oh, turn on the burners, baby. Whew. All right. Kicking, man, just such a I feel like once a kicker starts missing a few field goals and they get it in their head, they don't recover. Like they're never back to their former selves. Like it's just, that's it. Like never going to be back to, the glory days of kicking long distance and being straight and long. I just pray that Dan Bailey he stays as good as he is for a little while longer. As the Cowboys have had some good kickers over the years, and they've done exactly what I just talked about. Chris Bonial, he was the man. He like broke a few records for the Cowboys, and then he lost it, dude. It just became a head case. And they spent all that money on Vanderjack to bring him over, but he was washed up by then. Nick Folk, who's kicking I guess he's still kicking. He's with the Jets. Oh, your team's been bad for a while when you know all these kickers and you're like proud, you're like proud of the kicker. Things aren't going well for your franchise. All right, drops back, hits his tight ends. Come on, boys, let's D up. Let's not let them score before half. Let's go up 10 points and then come back out, get the ball back, and just try to run it. Oh, come on now. You can't spell Idaho Dub without the D's. There is no D. No D on this drive. We're just giving up big chunks of yards. Ooh, okay. That guy was wide open. Never understood why the game does that. No! Corner. He could have hit either one of those guys. What was that defensive back doing, though? He was just kind of like standing back there, hanging out, checking things out, seeing what was going on. At the end of the first half, Oregon stayed on top of Utah 13-10. B. Cooks having himself a really, really, really good first half. My man. It's not going to happen tomorrow night, though, because, yeah, he's in the NFL. Ooh, Villeman running and running and running to the 30. Ooh! I don't know if he's a good returner or if it's just like every time I run to the left side, I don't know, I feel like so confident. It's very, very weird. I don't know why. Maybe that's a mental thing, man. It's all mental. I almost threw a pick there. Mannion, this guy, everybody's like hyping him up at the beginning of the year, talking about how he'd be a great NFL quarterback, and then he just plays like dog, you know what. Oh my gosh, as soon as I say that, he throws a pick. They played like crap against USC. I mean, he just played terrible. It's a mental thing, man. Everything's mental. I guess I'm just going to talk about stuff being mental. You know what's not mental? And it is freaking me out is this Ebola outbreak. Well, I guess it's not really an outbreak right now. Oh, you should have picked that dub. What's funny about Ebola, well, nothing's funny about Ebola, but what's interesting about Ebola is so many people didn't know what it was, but I did because in 7th grade, I had this science teacher. His name was Mr. Strong, rest in peace. He is no longer here, but he was pretty cool. He's kind of a strange dude, but he's this class was pretty cool to go to. And I remember at the beginning of the year when he kind of, gave a synopsis of his class, and he's like, here's what we're going to go over, and he's like, and then in the third quarter, are you kidding me, Storm? You're going to cough the ball up? Killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. But he's like, in the third quarter, I'm going to show you guys a video of the scariest thing on the planet. And he was so, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he's very descriptive. You got to be kidding me. See, I told you, man, when I run to the left, I do well. But he was very, very descriptive. And it was like, I don't know. It was just like he painted a very vivid picture of death and despair. And then he's like, I'm gonna teach you what Ebola is. And he kept like talking about it all year, just like bringing it up. Like, when I show you this, you're gonna be like, it was weird. He was like wanted us to be scared of it, but he was also like wanted us to know how impressive of a disease it was. And I mean impressive, like that nobody knows what to do with it. And so, yeah, he showed us the video, and man, he was not lying. That it is scary. And now now that I'm like remembering what it was, 17-13 at the end of the third. But now that I'm remembering what it was, it's very, very scary. I mean, there was just somebody at the Portland airport tonight, like some kid who was in West Africa. I don't know why a kid's in West Africa in the first place, but they got off the plane and she was having flu-like symptoms, so they like had to clear her before she. There we go, Storm. There we go. There's my boy. They had to clear her before she could leave. I'm like that's right here. That's right next door. Like, what if I know some nurses. What if I don't know. It's very scary. It's very scary to me. And maybe I've watched too many movies. I've seen Contagion. That movie's freaky too. I've seen all that, man. Okay. I know how that stuff happens. Matt Damon was a good actor in that movie. Oh, Murphy with the pick. Oh, I have one of those videos, Dub. Just kind of been all over the place, talking a little baseball, talking some fantasy football and basketball, Ebola. I mean, nothing's safe when I post these videos. I will talk about literally anything to kill 10 to 12 minutes. All right. Oh, 2nd and 4. Mannion. He's got some wheels. Oh, escapability. Look at that. And then he gets smashed. Oh, I did want to point out, Mr. Mech Monkey, who watches a lot of these videos, I'm subscribed to his channels. He did actually a Idaho Dub live with me. He's been posting some NBA 2K15 videos and a bunch of Madden videos. The dude's pretty good, man. Like he's got some good stuff. So I know a lot of you like watching my videos. I think you would enjoy watching his videos if you're a basketball fan. He just started the 2K15. He's got it set up kind of like Smooth does his, my player. His player's name had me rolling though. I was dying. It was hilarious. But he does a lot of like a Madden, like a different Madden stuff. It's not just like a franchise or anything like that. He does like the My Team and Ultimate, whatever they have on Madden. So you should check him out. I'll put the link to his channel in the comment down below, but you can just go to my channel page and his bio's on there, or his link to his channel's there. So for those of you who are interested in checking out some NBA and some NFL stuff, I know you guys like that. All right, 3rd and 17. Wilson dropping back, 4 seconds. Ooh, Sac City. Crichton, what's up? 9-5 in your face, boy. All right, there it is. We played some pretty good D, man. The offense is like the only reason that Utah scored. We turned over the ball too many times. That's going to do it, man. Hopefully the game turns out this way tomorrow. Oregon State on top of Utah, 23-17. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.